It's now time to slide on over to Business World Business Class. The beautiful hostess here is Miss Shweta Ramesh. Shweta ji is a lovely hostess and our viewers simply love her and the material that she presents on our screen. Let's discover her guest for this week.
Hi, I'm Shweta Ramesh, hostess of Business World Business Class, where I interview entrepreneurs from across the nation. Today I have with me founder and CEO of InnoVentures, Meena Krishnan. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Hi Shweta, thanks for having me here.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you so much.
So how long have you been in this country?
I've been in the country for 21 years now.
Wow, okay.
So I grew up in a traditional family in India. It's a small family. I had an older brother, only one older brother, and I completed my first master's degree in India in econometrics. I got the Dean's Gold Medal. And,
wow, congratulations.
Thank you so much. As a result of that, I got opportunities to pursue higher education in the United States. So I got very excited and took on one of those opportunities and came over here to pursue my second master's in systems engineering. At that time, I was pursuing my research in PhD program in India, but I thought that getting a master's degree here would allow me to learn more. So I came here to the United States to pursue my second master's in systems engineering. I got very excited and it was very productive and I loved it. And right after I completed my second master's in systems engineering, I got a job offer with Verizon.
Oh, wow.
To do business analytics. So I really loved that experience. I spent 10 years there as a leader of business analytics. Me and my team, we have performed several business analytics models and mathematical algorithms for many products that we use every day, such as caller ID and call waiting. So when I was there, caller ID and call waiting were just introduced to the customers. So what we created there were utilized to come up with customer segmentation that would provide the maximum revenue for the certain product. So the product managers were very excited, and I was very excited to add multi-million-dollar portfolio assets to Verizon.
Wow.
As a result of
I'm sure, yeah.
Thank you, my team and myself. So after that, in 2013, no, prior to that, actually, I moved on to the government contracting world, and I stayed on in the contracting world for 15 years, performing various functionalities such as business development, operations and contracts, and many other areas. So, so with all that, and I gained enough skill sets in the commercial and public sector. And I went back to Wharton Business School to complete advanced management program in 2013.
Okay.
I was a graduate of 2013 class. So with all that, I gained the confidence to start my own company. So finally, I launched InnoVentures in 2013. So that's a long and short of how long I've stayed here in the United States.
Yeah. Seems like you've had truly an amazing journey. So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It has been very amazing. Yeah, definitely.
So what was it like, going back to your experience at Verizon, what was it like to work for that company and be a part of, such an innovative, such a kind of cutting edge technologies and being a part of that whole environment there?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I was very excited. Like I said, I was excited to come to the United States to learn something new, and I was really thrilled to do that. And sure enough, in Verizon, I found the business analytics opportunity very enticing because not many people get the opportunity to continue their education and apply what they learn in college to actual job to make use to the community and the customers. And I was one of the fortunate ones to apply what I learned in my education in my econometrics degree and in my systems engineering. So it was a very fascinating experience.
So it worked out perfectly then.
It worked out perfectly. Yes, absolutely right. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed my experience there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what motivated you to leave Verizon? So were you looking for something bigger? Were you looking for what that next step was? What was the reason you decided to leave eventually?
Yeah, it is an interesting question that you ask. I had been harboring going on my own, starting my own business analytics firm for ever since I started doing my work at Verizon, because it got me very excited. So I knew that I had to do it. But it was actually an incident, kind of a rough incident in my life, that worked as a catalyst for me to start the business. So I would just talk about it a little bit. So I think it's important to communicate the message behind it. So like I said, I grew up in a small family, and after I migrated to the United States, I guess 13 years after, my older brother also migrated into the United States with his children, and he had 2 daughters, 2 of my nieces. And soon after, my mother also came to live with him in the United States. So they lived here for 13 years. Okay. So his daughters were very successful. His older daughter went to the Thomas Jefferson High School, and she was about to begin her journey into college. She got into WashU in Washington University in St. Louis. Okay. And then the younger one had just started high school. And it was 2006 summer, and they had decided to go on a summer vacation to India. So right after they landed in India, I got a call from India telling me that all of them died in a car accident.
Oh gosh!
So it was a very, very difficult news for me.
I'm sure.
He was my only brother, and I lost my family just like that in a split second. So soon after that, what followed were kind of series of different emotions. Initially, I was in denial, and then I went through kind of sadness and endless self-reflection for many days, weeks and months and years that followed. As a result of the self-reflection, I realized that life is very, very short, and if you have dreams, you should go after it right away. And I also realized that I may have lost everyone in my family that I grew up with, but I still exist, and I felt like I wanted to tell the world that I could have something to contribute. So to that end, I wanted to start my own business. Wow. And that along with all the qualifications and the skill sets and the aspiration I've always had to start something, to start a business analytics firm on my own. That particular incident acted as a catalyst. And my message to the audience today watching this show is, if you ever have a dream, don't wait on it. Work on the ingredients, work on what works for you, create the right skill sets, and then take the plunge. And because life is short, and you want to live it to the fullest, and you want to realize your dreams, and that's why I am here today doing what I'm doing.
Wow!
So thanks for asking that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. It's such an inspiring story. You really you made the most out of what could be a terrible situation. You really seem to turn it around and make that work for you, and you really came out of that very well.
Thank you so much. I would like to believe that, and I think it goes also to show the values that my parents instilled in me. I think that is very important to remember that without those values, I wouldn't be able to do that. So they may have gone, but I feel that those values are the ones that make us, and they make us into who we are today. So.
Yeah. So this is kind of your way to say thank you and really honor them then.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I'm just scratching the surface, and the values that my parents instilled in me, they taught me at a young age that you'll have to work hard. You got to take anything that you do seriously, and do your very best in terms of what you give, and also get out of the comfort zone and try new things. So because of that, I pushed myself to try some of the leadership initiatives when I was in India. I was the president of the student government when I was in undergraduate studies. Okay. And I learned a lot, and I met a lot of people, and it kind of, you observe a lot, and then
It all kind of comes together.
Yeah, you learn a lot, and I think it gave me the confidence, and also kind of went towards risk taking at a young age. So I think we are what our parents instill in us, and to some extent it goes a long way towards who we are today. So that definitely helped me a lot in you know, when I came to the country, you know, to face the challenges here.
So when you decided to start InnoVentures, you know, it was such a rocky time in your life, in your personal life, but it's also, you know, starting any company is a huge risk for anybody. So what were some of those initial experiences that you had, you know, as you're just starting to make this into your dreams, really into reality? So what were those initial experiences, and how did you become what you are today?
Right. Like when I came to this country, like I said, I was very excited. I was very excited to take on the new graduate studies, and I was very excited to begin a new chapter in my life. So there was a lot of excitement initially. And then, sure enough, I realized that it is a new culture. The culture shock was there.
Very different environment.
Very different for, you know, particularly the first generation immigrants. But soon I learned to adapt and adjust, and learn to make the best of the both worlds. So we can get the best maximum benefit of that. So I thought that, you know, that would be very useful in understanding. So that helped me a lot. But on top of it, like I said, my parents also taught me to give the maximum to anything that you do.
Yes.
So that quality allowed me to try the best I can in whatever I did. And they also taught me to treat people with respect.
Yeah, that's so important.
So when I started at Verizon, it helped me a lot in making a mark for myself, and it allowed me to earn the respect from my colleagues, from my coworkers, and my supervisors. So it allowed me to move up, and it gave me the confidence to start InnoVentures.
Do it on your own, right?
Yeah. And like you said, you know, hurdles are always there. And I think in every field, whether you're in India or in the United States, there are a lot of hurdles. But what helps is to understand your ecosystem. So it's very important to understand the rules and regulations of any system you're part of. Like if I'm doing business with government, I would like to know the obligations and rules and regulations, and I would like to be involved with the right advisor, so I get the right advice. So likewise, in any field, hurdles are always there. Sometimes even when you try hard, the hurdles are going to be there.
Yes.
So at that time, what helps is having the inner strength to face the hurdles.
And keep going.
Keep going. Yeah. So I think first it's, you know, try to make sure that you understand, be smart about it, about the industry you're in. And then the second, if you face hurdles, just have the strength to face it, and then go after the American dream, you know.
Okay.
So I was very impressed with everything that this country is all about, and it's not much different from where I grew up. So those values are still valid here.
Yes.
And you know, people who are successful are the ones who work hard and who take everything seriously, who are ready to get out of the comfort zone and try new things with confidence. So I think those are the things that helped me to start InnoVentures.
Yeah, seems like you're very, very passionate about the things that you do, and it really shows, you know, when you're talking about your company and your experiences.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think that's definitely a given. You know, I think for anyone, if they have any dream, it doesn't have to be starting a new business. I mean, if they want to learn swimming or learn to do dancing or run a marathon, time is right now. I mean, you know, they
seize
just
the
need
day.
To seize the day and, you know, work hard on making yourself more qualified for that. And you know, I'm not saying you should, you know, jump blindly, but I think do the homework and prepare yourself to face the challenges, and then you know, be ready to face the challenges.
All right.
So,
well, thank you for joining me on Business World Business Class.
Thank you, Sweta. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So tune in same time, same channel next month.